Years ago, in the quiet village of Sundarpur, there lived a hard-working farmer named Raghav. From sunrise to sunset, Raghav toiled in his fields, growing wheat and vegetables with his own hands. He believed that the soil rewarded only those who respected it with patience and effort. He lived with his gentle and wise wife Mira and their only son, Arjun. Arjun was bright but lazy. Unlike his father, he disliked sweating under the sun or getting his hands dirty. He dreamed of becoming rich quickly, without years of effort. While Raghav worked in the fields, Arjun would wander around the village, chatting with friends or daydreaming about big cities and easy money. One evening, as Raghav returned from the fields, he asked Mira, "Where is Arjun? I haven't seen him since morning." Mira calmly replied, "He must be roaming around. He says he wants to learn about the world." Raghav sighed. Learning doesn't come from wandering aimlessly. It comes from responsibility. Arjun's best friend, Dev, had recently secured a government job after years of study. Whenever Raghav mentioned Dev, Arjun felt irritated. He didn't want to study hard like Dev or farm like his father. He wanted success without struggle. One afternoon, while returning from a nearby town, Arjun met a mysterious traveler dressed like a holy man. The man studied Arjun's face carefully and said, "Young man, I see royal fortune in your destiny. You are meant to become wealthy, far richer than the people of your village." Arjun's eyes widened. "Really? Will I become a king?" The man smiled. "Perhaps not a king of a kingdom, but a king in business." "For a small offering of 1 coin, I will tell you more," the traveler added. Arjun hesitated. He had only 1 coin in his pocket, but the thought of a grand future tempted him. He handed it over eagerly and listened as the traveler assured him that great riches awaited him in the city. Filled with excitement, Arjun rushed home. "Mother, I cannot stay in this village anymore. A holy man has told me I am destined to become a great businessman. I need money to start something in the city." Mira was worried but soft-hearted. She had secretly saved 500 rupees from selling grain and stitching clothes for neighbors. "This is all I have saved," she said gently. "Use it carefully." Arjun left the next morning for the city, full of dreams. After traveling for hours, he reached a roadside inn. While resting, he overheard 2 men arguing in the next room. One of them, a clever-looking trader named Karim, was trying to sell something to a wealthy merchant named Bhavesh. "This gemstone is worth 2,000 rupees, Karim insisted. "I'll give you 400, Bhavesh replied sharply. Karim refused, and Bhavesh stormed out angrily. Arjun's mind began racing. He knocked on Karim's door. "I overheard your conversation. I'll give you 500 rupees for the gemstone." Karim pretended to hesitate. "All right, since you are offering more, I will sell it to you." Arjun proudly handed over his 500 rupees and received the sparkling stone. He imagined selling it for a huge profit. When he returned to Sundarpur, he went straight to the village jeweler, an elderly and experienced man named Haridas. Haridas examined the stone carefully and then looked at Arjun with pity. "My son, this is not a gemstone. It is a piece of colored glass. It has no real value." Arjun felt the ground slip beneath his feet. "But I paid 500 rupees for it." "You have been tricked," Haridas said kindly. Ashamed and heartbroken, Arjun returned home and confessed everything to Mira. She was upset but did not scold him. "Money earned with difficulty must be spent wisely," she said softly. When Raghav learned about it, he remained silent for a long time. The next day, Arjun approached him hesitantly. "Father, I want to start another business. Please give me some money. I promise I will be careful this time."
Raghav looked at him steadily. "I will give you money, but on one condition. From tomorrow, you must earn 5 rupees every day with your own effort and bring it to me. When I am satisfied, I will support your business." Arjun thought it sounded easy. 5 rupees, that's nothing. The next day, instead of working, Arjun borrowed 5 rupees from his cousin Samir and handed it to his father in the evening. Raghav took the money and said calmly, "Go and throw it into the well outside." Arjun shrugged and threw it without hesitation. The following day, he borrowed 10 rupees from his uncle and again gave 5 to his father. Once more, Raghav told him to throw it into the well. Arjun obeyed casually. On the third day, no one agreed to lend him money. Desperate, he wandered through the village. Near the marketplace, he met an old fruit seller named Lakshmi, who was struggling to move heavy baskets before the rain. "Will you help me carry these inside?" she asked. "I can pay you 2 rupees." Arjun agreed reluctantly. The baskets were heavier than he expected. Sweat rolled down his face, and his arms ached. After finishing, Lakshmi smiled warmly and handed Arjun 2 rupees. "You are a good boy. Thank you." For the first time, Arjun felt a strange satisfaction. He had earned those coins with real effort. That evening, he gave the 2 rupees to his father. Raghav said, as usual, "Throw them into the well." Arjun froze. "No, I worked hard for this money. I carried heavy baskets in the rain. How can I just throw it away?" Raghav's eyes softened. "That is exactly what I wanted you to understand." He placed his hand on Arjun's shoulder. "When you borrowed money from others and threw it into the well, you felt nothing, because it was not earned by your sweat. But today, when I asked you to throw away your own earnings, it hurt you." Arjun lowered his head in realization. Raghav continued, "Your mother worked hard to save 500 rupees. You lost it without regret because you did not feel the effort behind it. True wealth is not about destiny or luck. It is about discipline, patience, and hard work." Meera stepped forward gently. "Even if you wish to do business, first learn the value of money." Arjun's eyes filled with tears. He understood now that the traveler's words about royal fortune meant nothing without effort. From that day on, Arjun began working in the fields with his father. He learned how to prepare the soil, when to sow seeds, how to calculate costs and profits, and how to sell crops wisely. He also befriended Lakshmi and helped her regularly, learning small trading skills from her. Dev, his friend, encouraged him to take evening classes on basic accounting. Slowly, Arjun began combining farming with small, honest trade. He sold fresh produce directly in the nearby town and earned modest but steady profits. Years passed, and Arjun transformed completely. He became disciplined, thoughtful, and hard-working. Eventually, he expanded their farm, introduced better irrigation methods suggested by a school teacher named Mr. Iyer, and started a small grain supply business. His success grew, not overnight, but steadily. One evening, as Arjun sat with his parents watching the sunset over golden fields, he smiled and said, "Father, perhaps that traveler was right. I did have royal fortune." Raghav chuckled. "Yes, but your kingdom was built with your own hands." Arjun finally understood that true prosperity comes from not shortcuts or promises of easy success, but from honest effort and learning from mistakes.
Moral: money earned through hard work is valued and preserved, while easy money is easily lost. True success comes from effort, patience, and understanding the value of what we have.